30 pounds down today. 30 pounds. What is that? 0.6 pounds? What was that yesterday? I don't drink coffee for energy, ever, because it doesn't do anything for me. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the where I am trying to go from this back to this. And I don't got very long left. So subscribe to follow along and comment if you think I can or can't. Well, another night of absolutely garbage sleep. The last time that I looked at my phone, it was 10:30, and I got in bed at like 9:20. So, I didn't sleep very good. It's 5:30, and I am still going to go to the gym. It's back day, and there's not really enough time for me to do anything valuable, but I'm going to do it anyways. So, pretty much all I'm probably going to do is weighted pull-ups, cable rows, and some curls. But I need to lift to keep this body moving. And yeah, so I'm going to go right now so I'm not like super duper late. And I can get at least 25 minutes of lifting in. So, yeah, I'm going to go. And then I'll see you at the weigh-in and the physique check. And then we'll get this day started. Calibrating. Ooh. Haha, 188.4. Down another, what is that? 0.6 pounds? What was that yesterday? 0.8 pounds? 0.8 pounds. Another 0.8 pounds. Fantastic. Yeah. I was actually a little concerned going into that weigh-in because I ate pretty late last night and I haven't really had a good bathroom moment yet today. So I was a little bit like, this one might be a little either no loss or maybe up a little bit until tomorrow. But turns out we're still down. So that's sick. The lift sucked. I had 25 minutes, literally. I was able to do my weighted pull-ups, which with 35, still getting 3 sets of 4, which is good. But then I tried doing some cable rows, and my spinal erectors on my right side were just like twinging. And I think the two factors that go into that is just having not been working out back for a while, or just anything, but specifically rows. I think it's just tight and not really used to the stretch and the squeeze. I think that's part of it, and I also think it's just from normally when I wake up on time, I leave the house 20 minutes after I wake up. Gives me a little bit more time to kind of let the body get into gear. And today did not. I literally got out of bed, hit record, and then left. So I was awake for like 5 minutes. And so I think that also played a part, just going from laying down to working out, essentially, wasn't good. So, yeah, I think that's part of it. I really need to start stretching. I actually have been stretching. I've been trying to touch my toes. I was going to do a little short series about it, and then I just decided I'm already kind of burnt out on recording YouTube videos, and I'm pretty much only doing it to track progress, and in case there's anyone watching that might get some degree of motivation or whatever. That's pretty much the only reason I record these right now. And so I didn't want to add another thing. My days are already really long, and even though it only take like 2 seconds, I just don't want to do it. So I need to start stretching a little bit more often though. I've pretty much been only doing like trying to touch my toes, so it's really hamstrings, and this is like a low back thing. Oh, still pretty tight. But yeah, it's almost 7:30, so I got to get going to work, and all that jazz. I was hoping to be able to get off a little bit earlier today because 2 of my dogs are out, but of course, 2 people are out today, and so I cover some dogs, more specifically in my afternoon pack, my walk number 3 pack, which is going to delay me getting to walk number 4, which means delay getting home, which is kind of a bummer, but it doesn't really matter. Just thought I'd mention it now, in case I forget. But anyways, that's it for me. I'm going to get going and get ready for work, and I will see you at walk 1. Well, I forgot to record during walk 1, but it was a good walk. I'm pretty hungry this morning, which is a little bit of a bummer, and so I got a coffee at this little coffee shop around the corner. I don't drink coffee for energy ever because it doesn't do anything for me, but for the sake of curbing hunger, it's really nice. And because I budget my money so strictly, I actually have money for it. So I'm not, I have money specifically budgeted for fun every week. And so I have $6 for this. But anyways, that has nothing to do with anything. Just felt like throwing that in there for fun. But it was a good walk. I'm a little tired today, and my stomach is a little bloated. I do have to say, going from a fast, which I don't recommend fasting, but if you do fast, you should break your fast with like fruit, really. Something like very easily digestible and very easily broken down, because going from no food for 48 hours to essentially chicken and hot sauce, I mean, there is lettuce in there, but basically chicken and hot sauce isn't the best, and it isn't the greatest on the bowels, and is potentially why I've been having some bowel issues these last little bit. This will probably help with that. But yeah, so anyways, I guess I'm tired too. Also, man, so annoying. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I literally, last time I checked my phone, it was 10:38. And I got in bed, and I usually put on some rain sounds or something, and I lay there, and then I usually fall asleep. I just wasn't falling asleep. Check my phone, it was 10:38, means I probably fell asleep like 11 or a little bit later. And that's why I didn't wake up my 4:40 or 4:30 alarm, and fucking now, but I still got up at 5:30-ish, so, you know, I guess it's 6 hours of sleep, somewhere around there. I don't know, really tired though. But anyways, this is walk 1's thoughts. See you at walk 2. So we ended up having a walk partner and running into the walker that trained me, and the packs, like the one that had the packs that I have now that I took over for. So that was pretty cool. So I didn't record anything for that walk, but it was really good. We're actually doing good on steps today. And I'm over numbers on this walk, so I have to do it on leash, and I have to, well, not have to, but I'm at one of the further walking locations for on leash. So I'm stoked. It's all working out. It's gonna be a great day. And yeah, so I'll see you on walk 3. And just like that, we are walking on walk number 3. It's a bit windy. We're over here by the ocean, so we got some nice ocean waves crashing in the background. But I'm feeling a little tired. Energy's kind of dipping a little bit, and I'm sort of getting a headache, but I think it's most likely because I'm a bit dehydrated. I had tea this morning when I woke up, just kind of like hungry this morning, so I just wanted to have some tea. I had some tea, and then I had that coffee. Aside from that, I've only had like a couple of sips of water, which is not my usual water consumption rate. So, this way. So, I think I'm just like underhydrated. That's kind of unfortunate. But we're going back to the van now, so I'm just going to chug a bunch of water right when I get there. And feel better. But we're almost done. I want to walk 3 or 4. got kind of a long end drop because I had 8 dogs today. So I might be starting walking through a little bit, which unfortunately just needs a couple more minutes of time on the clock. Which makes me money. So I can't really complain. I just would like to get back early or not so I can go to bed. She took me out. But anyways, I'm about to finish up this walk, so I'll see you at walk 4. Just like that, we're on walk number 4. I'm going to record this rather quickly because my phone's at 70% and recording kills it. So, we're almost done with the day. I'm really hungry now. And, what was the other thing I was going to talk about? So I was originally going to go shopping after work, after this walk, but my drop-off route took forever, and I don't have a walk number 4 tomorrow, so I'm just going to do it tomorrow instead to save a little bit of time. Because I also have to get a haircut tonight, and cook and eat dinner, and go to bed by 8, so we're skipping shopping today, but we should still get like 25k steps. So, yeah, alright, see you at the salad. 127 grams of lettuce, cilantro, lime, 530 grams of chicken, T-bell.
That's my challenge, Ronald. How to make the dinner sufficiently grand with no footman in the house. Plenty of people give dinners without footmen. Not the people who entertain Sir Herbert.
And just like that, the day is done. Took a bite of this already. It is quite a bit later than I normally would go to bed, but very worth it. We got our haircut. We buzzed all this, so tomorrow's physique check is going to look way better, which would be pretty cool. But it is 10 o'clock, so doing this wrap up, and I'm laying down and going to bed. But today was actually, it was a great day. Except for the day. Boom. Almost got 25k. Walk number 2, which I briefly went over. We actually met up with didn't even mean to, but we ended up running into the walker that trained me and that I took over the packs for, and I don't want to say interrupted because it was a great day, but it was a shorter walk than normal. And I actually did go to the store very briefly because I forgot cilantro and lettuce, so I had to go to the store, get some cilantro, get some lettuce for the salad, which was bomb. Speaking of which, calories of protein for the day, boom. 660 grams of protein, I think, and somewhere around 1,600 calories, something like that. Fire. I also realized that today's weigh-in marked 30 pounds down today. 30 pounds. Epic number. We are behind, technically. I'm forgetting exactly which day of the week, but either next Wednesday or the Wednesday after would be 4 months. We're not going to hit 40 pounds in 4 months, unfortunately, but if we can maintain relatively this pace we've had this week, we might be able to catch up by the time 5 months rolls around and still hit 50 pounds in 5 months, which would be sick. So I'm getting pretty hyped about that. Very, very optimistic. That being said, tomorrow we're supposed to lift. I do still plan on it, but seeing as it's already 10 o'clock, knowing myself, realistically won't fall asleep at the earliest 10:30, but probably 11. Waking up at 4:30 may not happen. I'm going to try, but it may not happen. If I do, I'm hitting legs because I haven't hit legs and my knees are feeling good enough to squat again, which is really nice because I haven't been squatting for quite a while, and I definitely won't be able to hit 315 tomorrow, but I'm going to try anyways. And yeah, another thing to note about today's weigh-in. So we did hit 30 pounds down, 188.4 or whatever it was. And, but today and yesterday, energy wasn't the greatest. Could have definitely felt better, and I do think that it is my lack of water consumption. Yesterday wasn't that great comparatively. Today also wasn't that great. I did have tea in the morning. I did have coffee, but only drank about half of this, and I normally drink a full one of these in addition to the rest of the water that I drink. So while I'm laying in bed, I'm going to try to drink all that. Might result in an increase in weight if I am dehydrated right now. But I don't think so. I think realistically I'll probably hit like 188 even, including all that. So, still be good, but planning for the worst. But either way, 30 pounds down. Pretty epic. And, yeah, we got essentially 6 weeks left because tomorrow's Friday. So, essentially 6 weeks. And then we'll be done, hopefully. And we will be as lean as we wanted to get, or at least close to it. And I'm stoked. So, yeah. Anyways, forget what else I was going to say. There was one more thing. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go to bed. So, love yourselves, love each other, be kind, spread love, and get a haircut if you need one because it's good for you. All right. See ya.